Hello, everyone, and welcome to my 2020 F1 driver lineup prediction video. With the Australian GP being cancelled, it's technically still off season. So, yeah, why not make a video about my 2020 predictions for the F1 driver lineup to kill some time for you guys in the difficult times of F1 still not being back. It's a struggle, man. It's a struggle for all of us. And I wish everyone the best in these difficult Corona times and difficult times without Formula One. Both different issues, but yeah, it's just not a nice situation, is it? So yeah, let's just jump into it. Let's start with the biggest teams, and we'll go down to the small teams, so you get the good stuff at the beginning of the video and don't have to wait until the end. So Mercedes. Um, I have Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. Not an interesting one, I know. But yeah, I just think why change? It's a don't change the winning combination. It's what they say, and it applies here. I think Bottas won't be as happy maybe as Mercedes as he because he is urging to kind of lose that number 2 spot, but I think he also realizes that yeah, he's just a racer as well, and yeah, he's number 2 at Mercedes, but it's still his best shot at podiums. So I don't really see him going anywhere else. People have talked about Renault. I see why people think that it was kind of a move Ricciardo did, but I think between Ricciardo and Verstappen there was more of a not necessarily bad blood, but Ricciardo had yeah, he didn't feel good at Red Bull, and I think Valtteri Bottas feels good at Mercedes. And yeah, he can win trophies, so why not stay? Then we have, and this is a juicy one. Ferrari, I have Charles Leclerc and Daniel Ricciardo. Yeah, I think it will be his last season for Ferrari. If he performs well, I think he will stay at Ferrari. They will give him a new contract, but yeah, it's just I don't think he can do enough. He can do enough to maintain his seat, and yeah, Ferrari they can pretty much get any driver they want, except for the Mercedes and Red Bull drivers maybe. So yeah, it's just I was thinking him or Carlos Sainz, but then again I think Carlos Sainz is more happy and loyal to McLaren that I think Ricciardo is. Ricciardo is happy at Renault and he wants to stay, but I think he just yeah, he would love a move to Ferrari. We all know that, and I think Carlos Sainz is more likely to stay when an offer comes in than Ricciardo. Then I have Red Bull. I've stuck with the same lineup, including Max Verstappen and Alex Albon. I think they have a good pairing there. Alex Albon will do his seat justice, and there will be no real reason to change him to get a new guy in. Also, Red Bull, they don't have much coming through, don't they? I mean, yeah, there's just not many good drivers coming through for Red Bull, so they've got that working against them in terms of getting a new driver if they were to lose Albon. So yeah, I think they will hold on to Albon and Verstappen, of course. Verstappen has already signed. So yeah, just the same lineup. Then McLaren, I have also stuck with the same lineup because I think both McLaren is a situation where both the drivers and the team are really happy with each other. I mean, Sainz and Lando Norris are really happy at McLaren. They have a good relationship. They love the team, and the team loves them. So no reason to break that. Then in Renault, it's a driver swap. I have Sebastian Vettel in Renault. It's either that or he retires. I don't see him really going anywhere else unless the swap is unless Sainz does go to Ferrari and it's a swap for Carlos Sainz. Then it's Vettel at McLaren and Sainz at Ferrari. But I think Ricciardo will be the swap, so I think Vettel will go to Renault. I know he's come out saying he still wants to stay at Ferrari, and of course he wants to stay at Ferrari, but I don't think Ferrari will extend his contract if he doesn't have a great season, which I don't think he will. And then I have Esteban Ocon. Yeah, he's their future. He's pretty new. Great guy to go into the 2020 regulations with. And then I have Racing Point. I have Sergio Perez and Lance Stroll. I don't think they will change anytime soon. Sergio Perez will not go because he's such a valuable asset to them. And Lando Stroll will not go because his dad is such a valuable asset to him. And AlphaTauri, I have Danny Kvyat and Pierre Gasly. They will stay there, I think, because they're just. If there were better drivers coming through the Red Bull Driver Academy, I think Danny Kvyat would be someone to lose his place of Pierre Gasly. I think maybe Danny Kvyat, because Pierre Gasly is going to do well at AlphaTauri. But they just don't have good enough drivers coming through, so they have no one really to replace them. And I think Pierre Gasly will excel enough in AlphaTauri so that they don't want to change him. And Danny Kvyat is also a great driver, so they will just stick with that lineup. Then in Alfa Romeo, I think, sadly, we're going to have to say goodbye in 2021 to the good old Lord of Kimi Raikkonen. Yeah, he's such a legend, is he? But yeah, I think he's had enough. He's old enough. He can retire with a great career behind him. Lots of love still from the fans. Still being a great driver. He bagged some serious points in that not strong Alfa Romeo last season. But I think Giovinazzi will stay, just because, I think he will have time to develop at Alfa Romeo, and I think Giovinazzi will stay at Alfa Romeo, but not in the designated Ferrari seat, because I think that one will go to Mick Schumacher. I think it's time in 2021 for him to come to Formula One. Ferrari want him to come to Formula One. They have that seat. As soon as the seat in Alfa Romeo is available, it will be either Schwartzman or Mick Schumacher. Mick has had more seasons in Formula 2 than Schwartzman has. So unless Schwartzman finishes like 4 or 5 places above Schumacher, they will bring in Schumacher. I mean, it's the Schumacher name. Ferrari love it. He loves it. They've got a great relationship going. He is an Alfa Romeo driver, or half and half. So yeah, it's just a done deal, and I would love to see it. I mean, wouldn't that be crazy? Just the Schumacher name back in Formula One, it will be amazing. Even if it's Alfa Romeo, it's just watching that standings and seeing the Schumacher name back on it. Give me goosebumps just thinking about it. But then I have Haas. I think either one of the drivers will lose their seat next season, or both drivers. I've gone for one driver here because I think K-Mag will stay, and I think Romain Grosjean will finally get the boot. Not that I hate Romain Grosjean, I think he's a pretty decent driver, but there's just so much negativity in Haas. They need something new, and a change in driver lineup is exactly what they have to do for that. But I have them sticking with Kevin Magnussen because he does back some points for Haas. And along with him, I have, you're gonna love this one, Nico Hulkenberg. Oh no, yeah, it's just, why not? They didn't exercise their option to get him when he left Formula One, but I think why not? I think they'd be happy to call him back. He's a good driver. Along with K-Mag, they'd have a pretty feisty relationship, I think. There's a bit of hate there. There's a bit of friction there, but who other than the legend himself, Gunther Steiner, to get these two into order, make them race for the team, and yeah, it's gonna be an interesting thing, is it? Haas, if Hulkenberg gets back to Formula One and it's in Haas with Magnussen alongside him and Gunther Steiner kind of trying to manage those two, it will be a dramatic and exciting thing to see. I've gone with Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hulkenberg. Maybe a bit of a long shot, but you never know, and I would love to see him back in Formula One. He's a good driver. I think Nico would be open to it. I think Haas would be open to it. The only thing that is a bit tricky is there's a lot of friction there, but I think Gunther Steiner doesn't really care about that, and is just saying, yeah, he's just gonna go off on them if they crash. I mean, yeah, that's one for the Formula One Drive to Survive season of 2021. And then in Williams, I have stuck with the same too. I don't think George Russell will still be as happy at Williams as he is today, but because I think he will have the urge to move to Mercedes, which I don't see it happening yet. Williams also want to keep hold of him really, really badly, so I think those two will stay. Just to start up the 2021 project for Williams, see if it gets better. And if it doesn't get better after a few years, I think Russell will really look at his options to leave Williams. But for 2021, I think him and Latifi will be the lineup to start the 2021 season. The new shot for Haas, for Williams to get back. Sorry, for Williams to get back in there, get back to a decent or great or even as good as they once were team, and yeah, they'll be the guys to lead them into that 2021 season. You can't really have a better lineup to do it. Nicholas Latifi and George Russell. It's a good lineup for them and no reason to change. So let me know in the comments if you think my predictions are pretty shit. Just let me know. If you think you have better predictions, also let me know. And subscribe if you are new and if you want to keep updated with all Formula 1 news, if you want some entertainment, because the Formula 1 season is not coming back anytime soon. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there and goodbye.